Crusader elites went to Jerusalem to find a room of treasures. To find and open up this storeroom was the original secret mission of the Knights Templars, for it was known by Saint Bernard to contain the Ark of the Covenant which, in turn, held the greatest of all treasures, the Tables of Testimony. Tables of Testimony was the cosmic equation, the divine law of number, measure and weight. The mystical art of reading the inscriptions was achieved by the cryptic system of the Cabbala. The Ten Commandments were something else altogether. They were the precepts that God first delivered to Moses and the people on Mount Sinai, Exodus 20-23, accompanied by a series of verbal ordinances. Then, God said to Moses, "Come up to me into the mount, and be there, and I will give thee tables of stone, and a law, and commandments which I have written, that thou mayest teach them." There are three quite separate items listed here: tables of stone, a law, commandments. God further stated, "And thou shalt put into the ark the testimony which I shall give thee," Exodus 25:16. Later, in Exodus 31:18, he gave unto Moses 2 tables of testimony, tables of stone. The original tablets were broken by Moses when he cast them to the ground, Exodus 32:19. Afterwards, God said to Moses, Exodus 34:1, "Hew thee 2 tables of stone like unto the first, and will write upon these tables the words that were in the first tables, which thou breakest." There was a distinction made between the tables of testimony, written by God, and the Ten Commandments, which were separately written by Moses. For centuries the Church has implied that the covenant of the Ten Commandments was the important part of this package, in consequence of which the truly important tables of testimony have been strategically ignored. Onwards from Exodus 25, there were precise instructions for the ark's construction, methods for its transportation, the specifications for clothes and footwear to be worn by the bearers and overseers. All the building work was entrusted to Bezalel, the son of Uri ben-Hur of Judah. When constructed precisely in compliance with the Old Testament descriptions, the Ark is discovered to be not only an elaborate coffer but an electrical condenser built of resinous wood, and double-plated inside and out with gold. The individual plates, when negatively and positively charged, can produce several hundred volts sufficient even to kill a man. Uzzah discovered this to his cost when he touched the Ark. Moreover, the Ark also emerges as an effective transmitter of sound, with its 2 magnetic cherubim, and the mercy seat between, where Moses communicated with God, Exodus 25:22. The Ten Commandments were, and are, written, spoken, discussed and taught. They have never been a secret to anyone, unlike the tables of testimony. These precious tabulations were placed in the self-protecting Ark, to be guarded by the Levites. Following the Ark's dramatic transportation across Jordan and through Palestine, Joshua and 1 Samuel, it was taken to Zion, Jerusalem, by David. His son, King Solomon, had the temple as a religious order, and Cush.So became the first Grand Master. By reference to the Tables of Testimony, the cosmic law and its sacred geometry were applied by the Templar Masons to construct the finest holy monuments ever to grace the Christian world. At the northern door of Notre Dame de Chartres, the Gate of the Initiates, a relief carving on a small column depicts the Ark of the Covenant undergoing transportation. The inscription reads, Hic Amaticha Arca Sideris here, things take their course, you are to work through the Ark. The Tables of Testimony, not to be confused with the Ten Commandments, are rather more associated with the original Table of Destiny of the Annunaki. This ancient archive is directly associated with the Emerald Table of Thoth, Hermes, and, as detailed in alchemical records of Egypt, the author of the preserved writings was the biblical Ham, a great Archon of the Grail bloodline. He was the essential founder of the esoteric and arcane underground stream which flowed through the ages, and his Greek name, Hermes, was directly related to the science of pyramid construction, deriving from the word Herma, which relates to a pile of stones. Alexander Hyslop in book, The Two Babylons, deduced that the name Hermes was a form of the name Chemosh, the god of the Moabites, and was therefore derived from Chem, Ham, and Mos, delivered from, or son of, thus Ham's son. This supposition was further supported with a statement made by Hyginus: men for many centuries before lived without town or laws, speaking one tongue under the rule of Jove. But after Mercurius had explained the languages of men, whence he is called Hermeneutes, interpreter, for Mercurius in Greek is called Hermes, he too divided the nations, then discord arose among mortals, which was not pleasing to Jove. Hyginus, Fabulae 143. This coupled with the idea that Cush, Ham's son, sounds like the name Chaos, the Greek god of confusion, and Nimrod, often identified as the leader of the tower builders at Babel, likely had received his Babylonian kingdom as an inheritance from his father Cush, figured, under this theory, to have been the actual tower builder, made an impressive argument in favor of identifying Ham's son, Cush, with the Greek god Hermes.